There are some cases of missing people that remain unsolved to this day. For some of these cases, there is no evidence that can even help the investigation move forward. In other cases, there's enough evidence that even leads to the discovery of these people. However, in some cases, there is only very mysterious and creepy footage, audio, or even pictures of these people. Some of them are creepy enough to even send chills down your spine. Today, we will look at 5 of these strange tapes that have been left by missing people. Some of them will horrify you. Tiffany Whitton. There are some people who will just act out of place, and sometimes this happens before their disappearance. This was the case of Tiffany Whitton, who started acting strange sometime before her disappearance. During the summer of 2013, Tiffany Whitton was in a very tough spot. She was recently fired from IHOP after she allegedly stole from the shop. Her drug use also contributed to her being fired from the store. Shortly after, on the early morning of September 12, 2013, Whitton was seen arriving at a Walmart, and given her condition, she was being watched closely by the security officers. They had a strong belief that she was already under the influence when she got there. The security guards had no choice but to think she was still in clothes because of how she was acting. After Whitton was done going around the mall, she was confronted by the security officer at the exit. This entire confrontation was captured by the security cameras. According to the footage, we can see that she tosses her handbag and sandals before making a break for it. She ran through the door, which would be the last time anyone saw or heard from her. The main suspect in her disappearance was her boyfriend Ashley Cottle, who was suspected of foul play. However, he has since claimed that he was innocent, and just like that, Tiffany Whitton was never seen again. Emma Fillipoff. Just a few days before she disappeared, young Emma was caught on camera while she was at a Victoria, British Columbia YMCA. In this footage, you can notice that Fillipoff was acting a little strange and erratic. The security footage caught her entering and exiting the building multiple times in a minute. According to the records and reports, she went in and out of the door 6 times within minutes. Something was definitely wrong somewhere. A few days later, Emma was seen at a 7-Eleven store buying a prepaid cell phone. A few moments before she left the store, she stopped by one of the windows and scanned the street outside. It was as though she was watching out for someone or hiding from someone. It was either that or it was all in her mind. Fast forward to the evening of November 28, 2012. Suddenly, Emma, who was staying at the Empress Hotel, just disappeared without a trace. Just before her disappearance, the police had received a phone call that claimed Emma was walking around barefoot outside the hotel. Not only that, but it was also said that she seemed to be in distress. After that, she was never seen again. The only thing that was found was her car, which was full of her personal belongings, and ever since then, she has remained missing. Abigail Williams and Liberty German. Sometimes people get lucky and find their missing loved ones. However, most of the time, these people are found differently than you were hoping. On February 13, 2017, 2 young teenagers, Abigail Williams and Liberty German, decided to go for a hike in the afternoon. However, when the time for their scheduled pickup came, the 2 never showed up. Shortly after that, the 2 were declared missing at 5:30 that same evening. After a lot of searching and investigation, the 2 girls were found. Sadly, they were lifeless. However, before what happened to the girls happened, German managed to capture some very disturbing footage, and even though it is short, it is definitely terrifying. While the 2 girls were on the hike, German managed to take a picture of a Caucasian male who was walking toward the 2 girls. This man was walking toward them from the opposite direction. The moment the picture was seen, this man immediately became the prime suspect. In July 2017, a sketch of the suspected killer was released. 2 years later, the case was still open and the suspected killer was never found. This prompted the police to release an updated sketch of the suspect. In addition to the creepy photo of the man, German also managed to secretly record a disturbing audio clip. From the audio, which is the creepiest part of this whole case, the man can be heard telling the girls down the hill. The implications of these words remain frightening. Imagine a male figure walking up to the girls while they are hiking and ordering them down the hill. Anthonette Cayedito. If there is one thing parents fear the most, it is walking up and finding that their beloved child is missing or not in the house. And sadly enough, the mother of Anthonette Cayedito had to experience this. It was the morning of April 6, 1986. The mother of Anthonette woke up as usual and proceeded to wake up her 9-year-old child. However, she only found an empty bed. As she was giving her recollection of that day, she claims that she panicked the most when she checked with all of her neighbors, going to every house to see if her daughter was there. However, nobody had seen the young girl. The police were immediately alerted and an investigation was launched. However, nothing came up during this entire investigation. Things took a turn about a year later after the disappearance of little Cayedito. The Gallup Police Department received one of the most chilling phone calls ever. On the other side of the call was a young girl who was claiming to be Anthonette Cayedito, saying that she was in Albuquerque. This call was recorded, and when it was played to the mother confirmed that this was indeed the voice of her baby girl. However, before Cayedito could tell the police a little more about where she was in Albuquerque, she could be heard being interrupted by an adult who started yelling at her. Just after the yelling started, the call was cut abruptly. However, the last thing that was heard was the girl screaming. Even though the case is still open, there are experts who believe that Cayedito is no more. Lars Mitank. The case of Lars Mitank is one of the most mysterious ever. The 28-year-old was on vacation in Bulgaria with a bunch of friends. However, as they were having some fun here, they got into a physical altercation with some strangers over football. Because of this brawl, Mitank suffered from a ruptured eardrum. The doctor told him that he could not fly with his friends, which led to him being left behind. However, after he was left behind, things were never the same again for him. He started acting odd, and it was all covered in the hotel's CCTV footage. While at the hotel, he even reportedly called his mother and told her that she should cancel all his credit cards. Not only that, but he claimed that there were 4 men who were following him. Fearing for his life, he decided that he should go to the airport. From this footage, you can see him walking into the airport with some bags. However, shortly after, he seems to be running away from something or someone, and he does not have his bags with him. He is then seen running outside and eventually jumps over the airport fence into the nearby forest. This is the last time that Lars Mitank will be seen, and to date, nobody knows what or who he was running away from. Which of these is the most horrifying to you? Feel free to let us know in the comment section below. Also, make sure that you leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more spooky videos. See you in the next one.